hard to believe that it's been almost 2 weeks since our customer appreciation event. We had the giveaways that we filmed on Instagram Live where we pulled the actual winners. We had 8 different giveaways at each location. Lots of customers came out. The weather, actually cooperated a little bit. It was a pretty nice weekend. It was a lot of fun, and I think the customers really got behind it and really enjoyed it, and hopefully they understand how much we appreciate them. When we don't have like a major event going on the weekend, then we definitely look at some of the things that we need to do around the store. Notice that, we had some bulbs out with our Edison lights. As the days get a little bit shorter and it gets darker, we got to make sure that we have all of our light bulbs replaced, and also working on some of our display fixtures and different things like a mulch displayer that I wanted to build to be able to show off our different mulch and soil products. So when we've got times like this, we like to get some of these projects done. It seems early, but markets start back up in February. We start building them in February. So we've got to start looking for locations. We had 10 locations last year. We're always striving to get some more. We certainly start by looking at kind of the areas that we're already in, and then what areas are we not in? Can we try and get into those areas? So that's kind of the first thing. I think, one thing that I definitely remember from business is location, location, location. That's super important. So we first start kind of broad and look at areas that we want to focus in on, and then we'll go and get a little bit more in depth. Using Google Earth really helps because we can kind of search the areas. Sometimes we drive. I just drove up to the upper part of Williamsburg, Croker, Norwich area, just to kind of drive around and see if there's something that maybe I didn't see from Google Earth. That kind of helps. Once you kind of hone in on an area, you can get really a little bit more specific. Is there enough space? Utilities that we need, water, electricity, communications. We've got to have all of the utilities available to us. And then we start working with the property owners and the real estate agents to kind of hopefully get something to work between both of us. Open house is in about 4 weeks. So I always like to take some time, just to walk around, see how we're doing on our list and see how we're progressing. We're progressing pretty nicely. Everything's coming together. We still got a lot to do though. We try and plan everything out so that we're kind of on a bit of a schedule. Every year throws us different curveballs, you could say. But typically we kind of get together after we do our big Christmas meeting, once we know what all the themes are going to be, and we kind of walk around the area and say this is where we think this would work and this would work. And so we kind of map it out. I usually start with kind of departmentalizing everything. So you can see I've got garden supply and house plants and deco and lifelike trees and lights, and we've kind of got it spaced out so you can kind of see all of the different areas. And then we'll go through. We usually use a pencil because it changes all the time, but we'll go through and just kind of map out where the themes are going to go and where all of the different setups are going to be, with lights changing a little bit each year and lifelike trees changing. It kind of helps us lay out everything. The layout is similar to last year. It's going to be a little bit different when it gets to like the lifelike trees. It's going to be a little bit more of a pathway through. We're talking about how to make it kind of feel like an outdoor night sky. So we've got maybe some shade canopies going up in the top with lights in them. So we've got a lot of ideas that we kind of work on, and everything every year changes. It's certainly never the same, and nothing major this year as far as layout goes, but a couple tweaks and a couple differences that hopefully keep our customers interested. And every time they come in, I think the garden center looks different and feels different. So as you can see, the pansies are starting to roll in. That means it must be Pansy party. We've gotten so many trucks in. We've gotten 2 full trucks this week, and just every single color that you can think of. We've got an amazing selection. So these are all waiting to go onto the floor, but check out what we've already done on the floor. So you can see, we've got all of our packs in. These are our 4 packs. These are great because if you want like small little tight pansies, for smaller containers, but then you can just see all the colors. I love that flat kind of layout where you can see all the different colors. And then as we go further, you'll see even more. So as you can see, we've got all of our 6-inch out. We've got a lot of different products that we've been putting out all week and for the past few weeks to kind of build up for this event. We've still got a little bit more to do, but we're pretty much there. We've got I just heard them in the back talking about, oh, we're missing this color, we got to get this one to the floor. So we're working on making sure that we get a little assortment of everything out, and we'll just keep on piling it in all weekend long as we sell down. So yeah, we've got some fun things in store for our customers too. I mean, it is Pansy Party, by the way, so we've got cupcakes and food tasting that we're gonna set up for all the customers. We've got amazing deals. I think that's the best thing, is this is the time to plant pansies, is in October, and we've got some amazing deals to go along with it. And the best selection, I think, that you're gonna find anywhere in Hampton Roads, especially right now when it comes to our fall product, whether it's pansies, pumpkins, mums, you name it, we've got it for fall right now. So, everybody on the East Coast, I think, knows fall is a hurricane season, and I know I talk about weather a lot. It's very important to us to know the weather and what's going on. But I feel like, the weather's been weird. We've had a fair amount of rain, we've had some cool patches, but just last weekend it was up in the 90s. So it's been warm, but it just hasn't really felt like fall yet. And so my hope is that this weekend it feels like fall. It certainly looks like fall here. So you come here to McDonald Garden Center, it's gonna feel like fall, and it looks like the weather's gonna cooperate. We're gonna have some nice cool weather. It's a great time to plant. So let's hope it's a good one.